On the move, got the flow so smooth. Spitting rhymes on the podcast, got nothing to prove. He's the host with the most, dropping knowledge every week. From the underground to the mainstream, making the street speak. Step on the stage, Mo grabs the microphone, holding it down, he's in the league of his own. Interviews with the legends, the up-and-coming stars. No topic off limits, pushing the bars. Merle on the move, taking over the game. Keeping it real, never fake, never the same. Hip-hop podcast, bringing the heat. With Merle on the mic, grooving to the beat.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome. This is the Merle on the Move show, baby. Welcome to the program. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the program. Very happy to have you this evening. Got a lot of stuff. Wow. I know you see me. You see your boy looking fresh. You know what it is? It's see the Merle on the Move gear. See that? It's MOTM, new gear. Come on. You see the new T? Oh, see that right there? New gear going on is heavyweight denim tee, like a black denim, little frost to it. You know, go to that merleonthemove.com and check out the gear. You know what it is. One more time for the gear. Support those that support you, you know, keeping this thing going. So anyway, let's get into the show. So I'm going to give you a summary of what's going on because, you know, today is June 14th. This day is going to go down in history. A lot of stuff's been going on today. And I was involved. Merle on the Move was outside with the people again. And I plan on in the future always to be outside with the people. So let me let you guys know what happened. So we're going to go over the No Kings Day. That was today. We're going to go over 47's Day. We're going to go over the parade. We're going to go over the protests, the marches, everything. We're going to go over that. We're going to talk about little sports, UFC. Caitlin Clark is back. UFC is going on currently. I'm actually watching it right now, live right now. My man Usman is going to fight Buckley here in a few minutes. Going to be watching that. But, and also, you know, NBA playoffs. We're going to talk about the Pacers loss and where it's going. They played Monday. And, we're going to talk about that Beasley. Y'all probably don't know about that Michael Beasley one-on-one against Lance Stevenson. We're going to talk about that a little bit, too. I watched it. That was dope. A lot of NBA players commented on that, so we're going to go over that a little bit. Plus, I'm going to talk about the BET Awards, how my take and how I feel about the performances and the show overall. I'm also talking about Casanat and Drewski and how Wale, how I feel how that interaction happened. I'll give you my take on that, too. And what's something else I was about? Kendrick. We're going to talk about Kendrick performing in Toronto. Talk about that a little bit. Little bit of Diddy. Hi, pause. That didn't sound right. You know what I mean? Go over the case somewhat, not in a lot of deep content, but just kind of give you a synopsis of where I'm going at with this nice show. Talk about Salento, a couple other things going on. Antonio Brown, I went over that before, so we're going to talk about that stuff. So we're going to get into it. A lot of stuff. Let's just jump into the sports. So NBA real quick. And I appreciate you guys. And y'all see the clock. Y'all keep an eye on the counter. The YouTube counter. There it is. Y'all see it. Round of applause. Round of applause for the Merle on the Movers. I'm gonna put some Merle on the Movers gear on the website. So check in. I'm gonna have some nice, cool designs. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got some intake. Y'all got some comments. You want to chime in? Hey, shout out to the comments on the reel. One more time. On the reel, I put out a lot of comments, a lot of interaction on that. I appreciate that. Really, I do. And, I'm going to shout some of you guys out, but I'm going to put some Merle on the Movers gear on the site. But if you got some ideas of what you think it should look like, put it on there. You know, I'm creative. I'm coming up with on new stuff all the time. Y'all see the store. And the new intro for the video with the background. You see the studio for the new intro. I added something to it. Y'all see it. The channel's growing because I'm trying to be of service to the people that want information, real good, wholesome information. not objective information. I'm giving it to you for real, the raw. Yeah. Anyway, let's go into the sports. Like I said, NBA. The Pacers lost. I thought the Pacers was at home. They were up 2-1. I thought they was gonna do a little bit more than what they did, but they didn't. They're like, oh, and they was leading. The Pacers was leading pretty much the whole game, but they're like, OKC come back in the final. Y'all know Jay-Z lost a little money on his betting on OKC was gonna win in 5, I think he said. So that's out the window. But it's 2-2, and it's going back to OKC on Monday, and the momentum's kind of with them. They stole one. Indiana stole one in OKC. OKC stole one in Indiana. So I'm still rocking with Indiana. I really don't have a dog in this hunt. Don't care who wins what, but that's going on in NBA. Nothing else. But it's gonna be a new champion this year. It's gonna be OKC or Indiana. It was nice seeing the veterans in the stands again. You know what I'm saying, Reggie and all that. So let's talk about the WNBA. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. They beat the New York Liberty. They hadn't lost. The New York Liberty was 9-0. And they lost tonight to Caitlin Clark. She came back. They beat them pretty bad, too. I got the score pulled up right here. Ooh, right there. Score was 102-88. I had to double take and make sure that score was correct. Yeah, they 9-1, and the Fever is 5-5. Yeah, they beat them. 88. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. I watched some of the clips too. I didn't see the game, but I watched some of the clips. She was balling. Caitlin Clark can ball. Shout out to that. So I told you guys about that Lance Stevenson. So I watched this on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Merle on the Move is also on YouTube. A lot of stuff I watch is on YouTube. I like YouTube. If you're watching this, guess what you're watching that? Probably on YouTube. But shout out to Spotify and all the other streaming services, Apple Music and Google and all them other streaming services. You can check Merle on the Move. Just type it in. And whatever you listen to music or streaming services, Merle on the Move is there. But I watched this Lance Stevenson and this Michael Beasley one-on-one basketball game on YouTube, and it was dope. It was intense. It was about 30 to 40 minutes long game in a gym, one court, one rim, one side of the court. And it was intense. I really enjoyed it. Michael Beasley put it on him. There was some bickering back and forth, a little pushing. Lance Stevenson got spit on by somebody in the crowd, and he almost hit him with it. Hit him with the fang, bro. Now put him to sleep. He been hearing crickets. But he pushed him. He didn't punch him. Shout out to that, because I probably would have ended it. But Lance Stevenson just pushed him at the. I didn't know he spit on him. But if you watch it in slow motion, shout out to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving got a little YouTube channel too. And I shouldn't say little, but he's got a YouTube channel too. And I watched one of his clips, and he slowed it down. You could see the dude actually projected towards Lance Stevenson.
Oh, my God. Wait. So, look, let me explain something to you guys when this happened. Nah, this part was crazy because look who got pushed. Look who got pushed.
We got an event to run.
Look at this. This was all hilarious, bro. Look. Oh, see. Look. Oh, man. This could have been bad. This right here could have been bad, y'all. But I'm glad it just ended up in a push, but like, yo. Oh my gosh, look what this turned into, y'all.
We got an event to run.
You hear me, y'all? We got an event to run. You hear my little
We got an event to run.
But Lance Stevenson was shooting too many jumpers, and he lost that. Beasley is now being crowned as the best one-on-one player. Shout out to Ice Cube and the Big Three came back today. Also, Dwight Howard's team, I forget the name of Dwight Howard's team, was playing against Joe Johnson's team, I think. But anyway, Dwight Howard and Lance Stevenson, once again, Lance Stevenson gets in an altercation. Right, a little shoving match, and Dwight Stewart kind of pat him in the headlock and takes him to the ground. So, yeah, that happened too. But, the Big Three is good. He's got some good players. Ice Cube got more players coming into the league. That's on CBS. I watched a little bit of that. I caught a little of it. So, shout out to Ice Cube. They're doing things like that, right? So that's that happened. I don't know if you guys really was feeling that, but I really enjoyed, like I said, I really enjoyed that Michael Beasley game. Shout out to him. He can ball. Carmelo commented on it too. He said that he could take Beasley, I think. But anyway, so there's $100,000 that was up. They just bet money on that. Let's move on over to the BET Awards. So the BET Awards, let's get that double horn on that. So the BET Awards came out. Now I didn't know. Remember I told y'all last episode I didn't know about the AMAs. I don't know what the marketing was with that, but I knew about the BET Awards, and it was dope. The BET Awards was 5 hours. It was like 4 hours and 45 minutes long. It was long, but it wasn't like long, like, man, come on, get it over with. It was really good. It was good from the beginning to the end. It started at 7. I think it went off at like 11:45 because they started showing some Tyler Perry clip at the end. But, these protests was going on at the same time in L.A., but the BET Awards was not affected. And all the celebrities came out. That's what made it so good. All the celebrities for the all the shows and music, categories that they were like presenting, they were there. They were in attendance. You know what I'm saying? Even down to Kendrick Lamar. Even though when he won his first award, he wasn't like in the crowd because he got there kind of late, but he was there. SZA too. But it was very great. I like how they did this Icon Award. They gave it to Mariah Carey. They gave one to Snoop Dogg. They gave one to Kirk Franklin. And they gave one to Jamie Foxx. Now, I want to speak on the Jamie Foxx one first. No disrespect to the other ones. I'm going to talk about Snoop's also, but more so Jamie Foxx over Mariah Carey and Kirk Franklin. Because we almost lost Jamie Foxx. And I like Jamie Foxx. I like the movies. I like him from Living Color. I like him. I like him a comedian, all that. And he had a stroke. I know when it came out that he was sick and nobody really said what it was that he was sick, that got him sick, what happened. But yeah, now it's been a while. He came out, he said on stage he had a stroke. And he wouldn't have been with us. And he said, they was celebrating him and everything. And in these award shows to do is in remembrance of the people that passed away, they like do a teleprompter, names and make pictures and we play music. And before they started presenting Jamie Foxx with his award, they did that. They showed that. And when he got up there to speak, he said that when I was watching that, I was saying that could have been me. I could have been up there. That had to be scary for that man. And he's sitting there with his sister and his daughter, his family. And yeah, glad it wasn't you, brother. Glad it wasn't you. But my condolences to the ones, all the artists, all the good people we lost. But yeah, so he got up there. People sung and did celebrated Jamie, and he got up there and he talked and he cried and he laughed and he made Stevie Wonder presented him the award on stage, and he was going back and forth with Stevie Wonder. It was really great. It was really great to see Stevie and Jamie do that. I don't know. The Snoop Dogg thing was great. He kind of went in. Him and Dr. Dre presented him. I like Snoop Dogg's performance is even better than his speech. But his speech was good too. Mariah Carey, beautiful, elegant. I mean, her elegance is like unmatched. The way she does she's a one of one. Period. It's nobody else. Mary J. Blige is awesome. Love her, respect her, dope, sexy, everything. Ashanti, same, right? It's a lot of high caliber women artists that are dope. But ain't none of Mariah Carey. Ain't none of Mariah Carey, and that's off top. So I thought that was dope. Kirk Franklin did his thing. Really, I kind of want to speak on Kirk Franklin because Glorilla, she won an award, her first BET award, she said, and it was for the gospel song she did with Kirk Franklin. And she kind of made fun about that too, but you know what I'm saying? You won an award. And it's a dope song. I like that song. You know what I mean? And that makes her be known more than just, you know what I'm saying, some of the ratchet songs that she kind of known for. You know what I'm saying? If that's kind of, I'm not trying to disrespect saying ratchet, but kind of, some of the songs are kind of ratchet. Kendrick Lamar won like everything, album of the year. He won hip hop song. Yeah, Kendrick was the guy. He was doing everything. SZA won big. It was a really great performance. I was really impressed and happy. I liked what Tyler Perry came out and said. I liked a lot of the presenters. Dolce said some cool things and talked about what was going on in the world. So BET Awards was great, and like I said, I really enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic that I want to speak on. So I did want to say one more thing about the BET Awards. A little Bow Wow, because they did a 106. I shouldn't have skipped over that. The 106 and Park crew that like hosts the Big Tigger, Roxy wasn't there, AJ wasn't there, but Free was there, and Terrence J was there, and but Bow Wow came out because he's supposed to be Mr. 106 and Park, and he came out and did his thing, but Sierra didn't sing a song with him, and she was there, and they asked Bow Wow later on why didn't Sierra come out, and he was like, oh, I didn't know she was even there. I didn't know she was there until I got backstage and somebody said something. She wasn't gonna sing that song with you, bro. She totally passed you, bro. I told you, like, kids, you got the album of the year. Heard it before. Also, the Casanat thing, because that has to do with the BET Awards. Let me talk about the Casanat thing. So, Casanat, a big influencer, YouTuber, streamer. He's on other platforms besides YouTube, but I watch him on YouTube. Casanat, dope guy, funny. His shows are good. His content is good. You know what I mean? He's not funny as a comedian. He just does things and is entertaining. He's very entertaining, right? And Drewski is funny. Drewski, he is big fan of Drewski too. But they were there, kind of like backstage with Kevin Hart. They cool with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was the host. Shout out Kevin Hart, did a great job, by the way. But they showed a clip. It wasn't part of the show, but they showed a clip on because Casanat streams everything. He's streaming 24/7. So he was live streaming Kevin Hart live and do that. And when he was getting into in the car, he was going through the garage, getting in the car. Rapper Wale, from Rick Ross camp. I don't know if he's still with Rick Ross, but Wale got a lot of good songs. Lotus Flower Bomb, all that. And he does a lot of go-go rap, go-go music. But he was walking through the garage, and Casanat was hopping in the car, and Wale spoke to Kai first. Kai did not speak to Wale because Kai did not know who Wale was. Flat out. He did not know who this man was. And he was getting in the car, and Wale said something to him, like, what up, though, or something like that. What up, my G, whatever. And Casanat responded back, hey, what up, gang, whatever. And Casanat noticed that Wale was on that new the Nintendo Switch, too. He was on it. And Casanat said, oh, what you playing? What you playing on the Switch? And he like, Smash Brothers. And Casanat was like, I'll smoke you in that game, right? As he was getting in the car, right? I'll smoke you in that game. Wale laughed and said something and walked off. Casanat in the car and his chat is like, oh, that was Wale. And when Casanat pronounced Wale's name, he said, who is Wally? That's what I was like, Wally? Because I was watching this and I wasn't expecting Casanat to know who he was, but I wasn't expecting him not to know. I wasn't expecting him to pronounce his name Wally. But if you look, it is Wale. If you don't know it's Wale, you would pronounce it Wally. And he says, who's Wally? And because he was like, chat going off, like they know this dude, like he's somebody important. He's like, who's Wally? And whoever's in the car with Kai's like, it's Wale. He's like, oh, Wale? He's like, what'd he do? Like, who him? What'd he do? Exactly what he said. And dude, like, he a rapper. He's like, oh, okay. He's like Lotus Firebomb. He told Kyle like one of his songs. And he's like, oh, I know that song. Okay, cool, right? He didn't know who he was. So later on, during the show, Casanat sitting there, Snoop Dogg. Y'all can watch it. It's on YouTube. Casanat sitting there. Wale approaching, lean towards him, like, and you can hear him, Mike, because he mic'd up. You can hear him, hey, man, they clowning me about that little video or whatever, that little interaction we had backstage, and they clowning me for it. We're going to talk about that later on, though. And, kind of like, all right, then, cool, dab him up, like, you know, because that's super inappropriate, like, to be, and like, what is it for real though? So he played it off and pushed it off. Then later on, Kai talked about the interaction.
What up, Rusty? You good? What you playing on your Nintendo Switch? Smash Bros? I'll beat you. Alright, gang. Oh my God, that was somebody crazy. Hey, the whole chat knows him. Wale? What he do?
I know who Wale is.
Oh, word.
Right?
Oh, shit.
And then later on, this happens.
That shit making me look crazy right now. Just letting you know.
What?
That's making me look crazy. The exchange that we had in the hallway. It's
Oh, my bad, bro.
they running with it, but we'll talk later.
Yo.
And you hear this man say, bro, that song came out in 2011. I was 9. He said I was 9 years old, bro. 9 years old. He don't know you, bro. He don't know you, Wale. He don't. Everybody ain't got to know you, bro. Everybody ain't got to know you. He don't know you like that, bro. That was your biggest song. You got some other song. I know you. I know you. I'm not his demographic. Bro, he don't know you, bro. Like, real talk. Your songs ain't that known like that. That song is. That song made you. That song still go in. I'll play it right now. It's that good. But I ain't going to do search the rest of your catalog like that. The rest of them is all right. And you a good rapper. You can rap. But some of your songs ain't. That's it. So anyway, so that's Wale, man. He was in his feelings about that. I hope it goes away because you could use Kai because chat, he was trying to big you. He looked you up. It's going to get you some streams. They probably played Lotus Flower Bomb probably went up in streams, bro, because he talked about you, bro. Real talk. So Kendrick Lamar was in that. Let's move to Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick Lamar is on tour, a GNX tour. Him and SZA, and he was stopped in Toronto, the 666, and they performed 2 days, I believe. So both days, look at that, sold out. Both days sold out in Toronto, Drake's hometown. And first night one, they wanted him to sing just like us. Not like us, my bad. Not like us. Encore. It did not like us. He did not like us, and they wanted him to do it again. You can hear the crowd chanting one more time. They wanted to hear it. And they was chanting, they was singing it, every part of it, the OVO, all that, in his hometown, and it was sold out. I mean, he's steady whooping on his head. He whooping feet, like you said, like Terrence Crawford. I'm whooping feet. Terrence Crawford gonna be fighting my man Mexican cat. I can't think it's Canelo. Yeah. But yeah, he say Kendrick say whooping feet like Bud Crawford. That's what he doing to Drake. He whooping his feet. So but dope concert, you know what I mean? They had some dude that tried to rock with Drake show up like he was looking. His name is the Take 5 or something like the Top 5. His name was Top 5. Like he was looking for Kendrick. And chill with that. So let's move on over here to the Diddy trial. Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news. Dun, dun, dun. In this one, and what happened in this one, Diddy, it was number 2. I think they don't tell you the person's name, and so it was like witness number 1 or witness number 2 or whatever. So witness number 2 is 50 Cent baby mama. Boom. Like, how y'all gonna say witness number 1 because you don't anonymity, you don't want the person to know who it is, and then we find out, people find out who it is. Witness number 2 is 50's baby mama. Then they start plastering blogs, plastering her pictures all over, beautiful woman, all over the place. But this was Diddy's concubine or whatever you want to call her, this freak off chick, and she was upset with Diddy because he was treating Young Miami like his girlfriend. And she wasn't being treated like a girlfriend, so she mad. She was mad, and hurt. Her feelings were hurt. But explains why 50 had been mad at Diddy for so long. Because 50 knew this whole situation. And it is a situation where 50 kind of flirted with Young Miami, was trying to get her on one of his shows or something too. You dig? So is that something going on in the rap community? These big time rappers that go city to city, the females they mess around with, when they leave, they might tell their homeboys, hey, when you go to town, check out homegirl. You know what I'm saying? But this freak off stuff with Diddy is crazy. So she said some stuff was going on, some, stuff that I think we kind of knew, but she's just adding to the story. Some crazy stuff going on. It's just crazy that 50 got a baby by this woman, which is okay. I'm not knocking that. That's why I need to push off that a little bit. That ain't my business for real. I'm talking about it, shouldn't talk about it so much, but that happened. More so, let's get on to what happened else outside. Kanye tried to pull up. He tried to pull up to the courthouse. This video of Kanye trying to walk into the courthouse. They say he didn't get in. He got to insert himself into something. He wants some kind of spotlight. So he's like, I can go do this. So that's what he did. He pulled up, tried to walk into the courthouse. And there's people yelling, we appreciate your support, yay. How he supported, man. So, yeah, Kanye did that. Let's get into the world news. Enough of that gossip, because that's what I like talking about the gospel though. Sometimes it's entertaining because I do watch it, so why not talk about it too? TV shows. My show BMF is back. It's pretty good. St. Louis is really heavy in this episode, so that's my neck of the woods. So I'm really all into that. The Chi is pretty good too. There's a lot of good movies coming out. Jurassic, a lot of cartoon type movies. The Dragon. How to Train the Dragons came out this weekend. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. So let's move on to world news. So Israel and Iran are having a war, might as well call it. I'm going to say a battle. It's a war. They're striking each other. They're attacking each other. Israel did a preemptive strike on they are the same nuclear facilities. They ain't been proven yet. I think they said some things about chemicals in the air, so I guess it possibly could be true. But said it was going to continue to fire at and shoot these rockets at Iran in certain parts of Iran. And Iran is attacked back, send rockets back. You can watch the news. It's crazy. And some people are dying, buildings and stuff like that. Chaos. At the same time, here in our country, protests in LA, National Guard, Marines, the governor fighting, that Gavin Newsom fighting, arguing, beefing back and forth with 47 because 47 took over the National Guard and the governor's supposed to control that. So he tried to sue him and all kind of stuff going on. So then we move into what happened today. So Merle on the Move, me, your boy right here. I was out on, I'll show the flyer, boom. That's where I was. It was No King's Day, baby.
Back to our communities and not have elected peoples at their side. We've got to select leaders who know the importance of not just the sacrifice of giving your life, but the sacrifice of your mental health, your family, your children, to be an integrated part of our communities. We've got to step up. We've got to support each other now, elections this fall, and next year. So thank you so much.
Because I believe in the Constitution. And you see your boy, that was me. It was a lot of people out there. It was agencies that stand for democracy, like Indivisible Aims was there. Democracy Now was there. House Representative Ross Wilburn was there. That's who you seen speaking in that video. Great guy, veteran also. It was a lot of people there. I was master of ceremonies again. They invited me back. I was very happy to be out there with the people. The crowd was great. It was one small minor hiccup, and that was towards the end of the rally. A great rally, great weather too. Towards the end of the rally, some kids, teenager kids, 20, 25 and lower age, once ride by and scream some stuff, some obscenities about what was going on as they were riding by. They wasn't walking, they were riding by in a car. And it got some of the people in the crowd's attention. But I stepped up to the mic and made sure that everything kept going smooth. And when I got the mic, I said, that's not what we're going to concentrate on. We're not going to give that any attention. We're going to keep on doing what we've been doing because it's been great. We're not going to let one thing at the end destroy what we've been doing all day. And everybody agreed and clapped, and we continued. So that's how you got to do that. It was no physical threat. They didn't throw anything at us. Just yell some things. That's going to happen. You can't let that distract the mission. So back to what I was saying. So that happened here in Ames at Roosevelt Park. And great turnout. We were there, did some marching with some signs. While I was there, I did an interview afterwards. I did an interview with Iowa State University. So that'll be probably getting published, and I'll let you guys know about that whenever I get it. And talked to a lot of people, and it was really great. This is how I feel about the No Kings Day. All over the country, you got people standing up. And when I was there, what I was seeing, the signs and stuff, it was about no kings. People are really leaning in this because it's not just affecting minorities. It's not just the ICE, and that's what's crazy. You can see what's really going on. They want to round up 3,000 people a day. This is the quota they're trying to do. And you can't pinpoint where it's 3,000 illegal criminals over here, so I'm going to go get them. No. So what they doing is they just getting anybody where they know it might be illegals. And my thing is, why are they only penalizing? Because I was watching this video in Omaha at a factory where they were hired. These illegals were working there, so these companies hired them. They knew they were illegal, and they rounded them up. And the company people just standing there watching them. So how is that okay? So, excuse me. So, where are we at with this? Are we supposed to stand on the sideline as citizens and just think, and hope, it's just them. They're just coming to get them. We ain't got nothing to be worried about. But I told y'all, what I tell y'all, I told y'all before, if they coming for them now, they coming for you next. You are next. It's a plan. They figuring out how they can do this so they can perpetuate it forward in other cases. It's because it's already playing like this parade. He's getting sworn allegiance from the military. He's connecting with the military. He's showing the military he's a patriot. No matter what they say, I'm trying to get rid of democracy, which is the worst, the most unpatriotic thing a person can do, especially in his position ever. He could be going down as the most unpatriotic president ever in this country. So he does this parade and a display of power to the world, and to have the servicemen and women believe that he loves them, and he's giving these stories of generals and in his mind, all the great heroes in his mind, and ain't none of them minorities, ain't none of them women, ain't none of the presidents or people that he didn't agree with. It's his people, and he wants to connect, and he's good at it now. I'm watching, he's good at it. The only people that he don't connect with already don't like him. The only people that 47 can't connect when he's trying to do these little displays of power and trying to be never cool, because he ain't cool, but whatever he's trying to be, the guy, the people that don't like him already is the only people that don't like it. The people that like him love it. The people that's on the fence be like, yeah, okay, and he's supposed to do that. He's supposed to have a parade. You know what I mean? He's supposed to celebrate America like that. Why? He's president. He's supposed to do it. What's the big deal? We like it. And then the people that don't like him be like, what? Why is this doing? What? He wasting our money. Woo, woo, woo. And you're right. How do we got $45 million to do this, but you was cutting this, you cutting that, Doge is going in and finding all this money? That's why you and her boy fell out? Right? I mean, don't make it make sense. You cutting. Kids can't get lunch. Kids can't get the little food they get in the summertime, the little money they was getting for healthy snacks and stuff. You cutting that. But you can do this parade. You cutting food stamps. You say, well, you taking people off because of the, when you gonna fix it, bro? I don't know what you're doing. You talking on both sides of your neck over here, bro. And it ain't cool. The city's burnt, you know, you got stuff not burning, but you got stuff going on out in LA. I seen tear gas. That's why I say burn smoke, but it's tear gas at the protesters trying to make them disperse. Not because they was causing problems and said making them disperse. Then I heard a report try to say that they was throwing bricks and stuff, and they was like, the dude that talked to him live, he's like, well, it was really like the tear gas canisters they were getting shot at, they were like kind of throwing them back. Because that's what I seen, because I was watching it too. I didn't see no bricks. I seen people throwing stuff. It was the tear gas things. Because when they threw it, you can see the smoke coming from it. So with no protesters out there with the shock things and the flashbangs and the canisters, the smoke stuff, they wasn't doing that. It wasn't firecrackers they was throwing. It was throwing the stuff back. You know what I mean? So that's where we at with this. This is 2025. Y'all remember this. This is June 14, 2025. And it was hundreds and hundreds of thousands of protesters, of Americans, out protesting no kings today. Because we feel, and if us as Americans feel that this is what this guy's doing, he's being a dictator, he wants to be a king, something in 1776, the people, the founders of this democracy that we have currently, fought to have, and we're going to let this dude be like, nah, we're doing it my way. It's my cake day. I'm going to show some power. What better way to show force and power to have the best, strongest military force in the world on display? I get all that, but we wasn't with that, bro. That ain't what this is. You didn't do this for America. You didn't do this for the military's birthday and for Flag Day. You did this for you. That's the problem. And if you can't see that, you just tripping. Don't want to call nobody out their name. You just tripping. If you don't see that he didn't do this because it's Flag Day and we should honor it. I just want to honor it big. No. He didn't do this because it's the military's 250th birthday anniversary. 250 years since the military was, I guess, enacted, right? He didn't do it for that. He did it because today was June 14th and it was his cake day, and he tried to do it before, and the people that he had around him, because before, you got to remember, see, because I remember, y'all forget, man. And if y'all don't forget, y'all just don't talk about it. When he was in his first term, 46, or he was 45. When he was 45, he had to put people around him that was already in politics. That was like the military people that was already there. They made him keep them in place because he was new. He hadn't done this. So the generals and the Joint Chief of Staff of the military and a lot of the FBI and the CIA directors and Homeland Security and a lot of these different appointees, he inherited. They wasn't his people. His people was his immediate people in his office, in his cabinet. You know what I'm saying? He got to pick his cabinet. But like the defense and the Justice, Department of Justice, the Department of Justice and all that, like all them people, the FBI and all that, them wasn't his people. You feel me? Them wasn't his people. They was already there. So they didn't bend the knee. And that's why he was having problems. When he wanted to do things, they wouldn't let him. And he was like, and I remember he got mad at it one time. He was like, that's a problem. I didn't get rid of these people trying to stop me. I can't do my job. So he learned from that. And this time, he put people in place that will listen and do what he say. So when he tried to do that birthday thing, it didn't work. They stopped him. This year, he did it. And then they was like, ooh, he figured out, just like he tried to change the military bases, right? To make himself not look too bad or too racist, he made it to seem like, well, he went back in history and found some other people that might have did some good things and name them and make it under their name since they're not racist. You know what I mean? He found a way around it every time. And that's what's wrong. I was watching Fox earlier. I was watching Parade. I was going back and forth. CNN, MSNBC, all of them. I was going back and forth, all of them. Fox, all of them. And everybody's got a take. But boy, you can't watch this and not understand what it is. What are we doing? Stand up, bro. If he's so good and so tough, stand up and do something right for the people. Because I ain't got nothing yet. I ain't seen nothing yet. Everything we doing is between rock and hard place. That's where he's leaving us. Everything I'm seeing is, I mean, this wars he said he was going to stop. He was going to help with unemployment, or not unemployment, overtime, my bad. He's going to help with overtime. He's going to help with Social Security, no tax on Social Security. Like, he said some things, because I didn't want rocking with him in the first place, but I was like, okay, I can rock with that. At least if you get in, you can do something with that. I can help. It'll help my household, you know what I'm saying, my family now. And you ain't did none of that. Gas is going up because of the wars now. Food is steady going up. The farmers at the rally I was at today, the farmers were speaking of Iowa, and you hurting the farmers, bro. Like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? How you go? Iowa is the biggest corn and pork producer in the country. And you're hurting the farmers. They're not gonna have no workers. You send them. I mean, if you ride down the interstate, down this 35 right here outside of Ames, yeah, all the workers is Mexican, Latinos. Real talk, what we doing? Y'all know what we talking about. Y'all know it to be true. The restaurants, all the remedial work, the hotels. We ain't just talking about L.A. because L.A. So you know if L.A. is what's Mexico, so that's their land. So they was already there. So what a lot of them ain't from over the border. All right, and the ones that's getting upset is because their parents came here illegally, but the kids was born here legal. So they're taking the parents away, and the kids going crazy. Any kid would. So I get how people be like, well, if they came here illegally, they need to leave. That ain't what dude said. He said, I'm going after the worst, the criminals. That's what he said. And because he can't, that ain't working, he's just rounding up everybody. I seen him chasing people down the farm field. Chasing. When they mad, they chasing people down in the fields. Strawberry patches. That's what we doing. That's called fascism. If y'all don't know that, go history. That's why they say if you don't understand and learn from history, it will repeat itself. Watch some of the stuff that Anne Frank stuff when they was hiding. I was watching this video and they was hiding behind the machines in the factory. They was hiding. I don't come on out. Put them, zip tying them, put them in vans and buses. Just like they was doing in Germany. So, but they say, oh, it never happened. And then it's black people. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should come to Latinos' rescue because I've seen some stuff on social line. I love my Latino brothers. I stand with y'all all the way. I know it's because social media was showing videos, some Latinos that were standing with Trump and, you know what I'm saying, we Trump, this, that. Yeah, it was. It was some black people, too. It was some black people. There's a lot of black people, too. A lot of black men talking about Trump. They was with him. Y'all seen that too. So how y'all gonna just tear down the Latino community and say that yo, we gonna rock with y'all because y'all was with them. Y'all get what y'all deserve. That's stupid. It's idiots everywhere. On both sides. So I stand with my Latino brothers. You know what I mean? And if that's, you know what I mean, if you try to do what's right, I'm with you all day. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. This is Merle on the Move. Next time, always like I say, be a good human, put humans first. Check out the videos, as everything's at merleonthemove.com. And yeah, peace out. Take care of yourself.